What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Shay Renee, who you love to talk TV with. Okay, we are here to talk about Bold and Bougie, all right? Y'all, let me tell you about this show. This is another one of Carlos King's child. He done put this thrown this show together. And we we're going to talk about how he done thrown this joker together. So, the show is based around Malaysia, Princess, Goche, and Crystal Renee, all right? Princess, which is over here. She the one on the right here. She is the creator of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, which I had no idea of that. Which kudos to her. Crystal Renee, which as we all know, is the former ex of Neo. Malaysia was on Basketball Wives. Goche, we've seen her on Real Housewives of Atlanta as Candy's friend. But Goche, let me tell you something about Goche. Goche can cook. I went to Goche's breakfast bar when I went to Atlanta, baby. I will catch another flight to go back to Goche's breakfast bar. I'm just saying. And Tamika Raymond was formerly married to Usher Raymond. Okay. Let me tell you, after watching Tamika on this show, I see why Tamika ass is still single. But moving on. The episode starts off where they are going to see Crystal, and excuse my attire, y'all. I just finished teaching a step class. I look real raggedy, but we're going to get through this review. So Crystal is in the studio. She is rapping. Let me say this. Everybody shouldn't do that. Everybody shouldn't do that. She was doing a song that was about her ex Neo, and it was tragic. Goche was coming in there to talk to her and invite her to a pool party that she was having at her house, where she's going to be presenting her grits, her new line of grits that she has coming out. Which kudos to Goche, because let me tell y'all, her food is A1, top tier, okay? So moving on, they go through that conversation. They're talking about that, and then Crystal is hoping everybody is not going to judge her according to her ex. I did find that in this episode, we talked about Monetta Shaw way too much. Like, I feel like Monetta Shaw should be on the damn show if y'all going to be talking about her. She needs to get a coin, because every single scene, y'all were talking about Monetta Shaw. And Monetta Shaw is not a cast member. I don't even think she's going to be a cast member on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, which Miss Princess created. Okay, but moving on. So then we go to the next scene where we have Tamika Raymond and Princess. Princess is at some place that does like cosmetic procedures, where she explains that 11 years ago or something like that, she had a surgery to get a breast reduction. And during the reduction, something happened where she was exposed to the air so long that her breasts were now flat. She didn't have any breasts when she woke up. So it has done a lot of mental, it has caused her a lot of problems. And she has gone through so many surgeries trying to correct this. Apparently, she doesn't have any nipples now. So she was doing a procedure to get her nipples to project. Now, I feel like in this scene, Tamika Raymond, immediately when Princess is telling her story, she starts to talk about herself, talking about a procedure that she did in Brazil to get a tummy tuck, and how she flatlined on the table, and how she feels like all of these surgeries are just, elective and people shouldn't do it, which I get it. When you're out here doing these surgeries or whatever, we want to make sure that people are aware of all of the challenges that could come along with these things, right? But Tamika, you sounded very insensitive in this moment. I have known Tamika Raymond to be very insensitive and to be, a B-I-E-I-E-I. But I really see it in this episode. Like, homegirl has no self-awareness whatsoever. Like, she doesn't care about anybody else's feelings. She's very, like, I said what I said. And a number of people on the show have said that's why it's a single. I don't know, guys. Moving on. Goche meets up with Malaysia at some park of sorts. And she's asking Malaysia, when did you get to Atlanta? How long you been here? Malaysia is like, oh, I've been here for 8 months. Mind you, this show is built around Malaysia. And we're seeing her in the third scene. Just saying. So moving on. Malaysia is like, yeah, I'm from LA, but I'm here. You know, I love to moonlight in Atlanta here and there. And so Goche is asking Malaysia about who she's dating. And Goche seems to be an advocate for, trying to get people to turn to the LGBTQIA plus community. Okay. She's like, listen, I'm married to a woman. Would you try a woman? Malaysia like, not my cup of tea. She even asked Crystal that, and Crystal was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. And Goche even said she thought that she heard that the reason why Crystal and Neo's relationship ended was because they had a threesome, and she loved it so much that she went to be with the woman. And Crystal was like, yeah, I don't want to eat no cooch, so I can't be with no woman. Child, listen, let me tell you something. I don't care who nobody wants to be with. I am married to a man, and I'm happy with that. Whoever you want to hunch is your own business, child. I ain't got no time for the BS, okay? And shouldn't nobody be trying to take nobody over to the other side if that ain't what they wants to do, okay? Moving on. Goche invites Malaysia to her pool party because that's where she's going to present her grits her grits line that she's coming out with, and the theme is furs and bathing suits. So all of the ladies get to in the next scene we have Tamika looking for a house. So Tamika is looking for a home because she currently lives in a townhouse, so she wants to get a bigger house because her kids, they still come back and forth, I guess, with her. So she wants to make sure that she has enough space for them. Now, apparently, Tamika Raymond was like a stylist for the stars at some point, which I didn't know that. I'm seeing her, and I'm just wondering, what the hell did Usher see in her? Well, he got three kids or 2 kids with a child, I guess. But moving on. So she's looking for a house. She finds a house. Moving on. So one thing that I found is a theme throughout all of the conversations with these ladies is every time they get together, they're talking about, well, I'm friends with Mo. I'm friends with Monetta. And I don't want to be, being a bad friend because I'm not, saying that hey, I'm friends with Monetta. Child, you are on a whole reality show with Crystal. What are y'all going to condemn her the whole time? I just thought, I really feel like Monetta should have got a check for all of this stuff that these people are doing. It's just a team entirely too much. So, Tamika found a house. She found a house. She gonna decorate it. Moving on. We got Princess over here talking to her husband, and she's expressing how she feels about Tamika making her comments and kind of like making it about herself when she was trying to talk about what happened to her and how she felt. And her husband was like, don't worry about what people think. Like, if you want to wear a bathing suit to this place, go ahead. But Princess has a lot of insecurities that are really stopping her from really shining the way that she should. So we get to the last scene, and everybody comes to this fur and bathing suits party. And Crystal doesn't have on a big fur. Princess has on a fur, but not a bathing suit. Goche has on a bathing suit and a fur. Tamika Raymond just looked like who did it and why. I don't know what the heck she had on. And, that's that on that. Malaysia comes in looking like the bomb. Like, her and Goche got the theme all the way together. So at the premise of it all, Malaysia has a conversation with Crystal where she's like, listen, I'm friends with Mo, aka Monetta. I just want to make sure that it ain't nothing going on. Like, you ain't mess up their relationship. Crystal is pretty crystal clear with the fact that she didn't ruin their relationship. Their relationship came about after theirs was already over. And she's basically at the point where she's like, I hope that y'all can just move past that and get to know me for me. So Tamika Raymond is like, well, she tried to tell you what was going on with him in the beginning. She tried to give you a smoke signal of sorts to let you know how this man was. Child, I don't see Crystal really staying. I see why Crystal probably bowed out after the second episode, because she ain't here for the BS. But y'all, this is Bold and Bougie, where they talking about Monetta that ain't getting a check. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Did y'all watch the show? Are y'all going to continue to watch the show? I'm going to keep on trying it out, and I'm going to come and do the reviews for y'all. But make sure y'all hit the follow button if you're watching me on TikTok. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. And I will talk at y'all later. Peace out.